X-Men issue 164 was Chuck Austin's last issue of the X-Men, and it was the last time we saw the characters he created, Annie and Carter Gazakanian. As they're driving away, Carter is talking to his imaginary friend. Annie asks what his name is. He says her, it's a she, and we see an evil pair of eyes beside Carter. Since we never saw these characters again, nor did the identity of this being ever come up again, we have no idea who this is supposed to be or what is going on here. I've seen a couple of websites that claim that Chuck Austin intended for this to be Charles Xavier's evil twin sister Cassandra Nova, and since Austin wrote New X-Men issues 155 and 156, where Beast and Cyclops believe Cassandra Nova has escaped imprisonment in the X-Mansion basement, and that subplot never went anywhere, it's entirely possible this final issue of Austin's run was intended to pick up on that. But everywhere that I see making this claim does not attribute that quote to an interview, so I am not sure if Austin actually did say this. Regardless of what Austin intended for this subplot, Cassandra Nova later showed up in other comics that make no mention of the Gazakanian family, and since Austin himself never returned to the X-Men, it doesn't really matter what he intended to happen since he wasn't piloting the ship anymore. I'm going to say I don't think this is Cassandra Nova. I've got a video coming up that will try to tackle the big mess that is all of Cassandra Nova's appearances over the years, and her befriending young Carter Gazakanian doesn't really fit with what I've got for that video. I should reiterate, we don't have any evidence to suggest who this is at all, but nonetheless I have a theory. In the late 1990s, Alex Summers was accidentally transported to an alternate universe in the series Mutant X. Sometime after that series ended, we see Alex in a coma back in the main Marvel universe with Annie Gazakanian as his nurse. She came to the mansion to take care of Alex, and she brought her mutant son with her. Carter was something of a prodigy in terms of telepathy, and he was able to bring Alex out of his coma where Professor Xavier had failed. What if, when Carter went into the astral plane to rescue Alex, he brought something or someone else back with him? And that's what we see him talking to in X-Men issue 164. In the Mutant X series, when Alex from our reality sees that he's in another world, he has a hard time convincing everyone he is not their Alex, and he finally just settles into being their Alex and trying to make the best of a bad situation. Not long after his arrival, that world's version of Madeline Pryor, the wife of that world's Alex Summers, turns evil and tries to kill Alex by corrupting the other members of the team that Alex was part of in this world. Now, I've only read about half of Mutant X, so I had to look up how all of this wraps up. Apparently, the Beyonder was somehow responsible for corrupting that version of Madeline Pryor. I don't know how or why, but Alex is able to separate the Beyonder's corrupting influence from Maddie, and she is reunited with her son. Then the next time we see Alex, he's in a coma and is trapped in the astral plane. Enter Carter Gazakanian. This is kind of similar to how the Jean Grey of the main Marvel universe has interacted with the Phoenix Force. The Phoenix created a duplicate of Jean Grey's body and memories and replaced her for a time, and after dying, took possession of the body of Jean Grey's clone, Madeline Pryor. Ever since then, even though the Phoenix Force has been around for millennia, it seems to be fixated on Jean Grey. What if something kind of like that happened with the Beyonder and Maddie of the Mutant X universe? The Beyonder either possesses or influences that Maddie, but then even after she's free of his influence, she has still managed to leave her mark on him, an eternal space god. So now the Beyonder may think of itself as Maddie, much in the way the Phoenix Force tricked itself into thinking it was really Jean Grey. So when this alternate reality version of the Beyonder hitches a ride on Alex's mind back to the main Marvel universe, it sees Carter, a very powerful mutant, and befriends him. Probably with evil intentions, but since we've never seen the Gazakanian since X-Men issue 164, maybe he just wanted someone to talk to. I have to assume if Carter had been possessed by the Beyonder, the X-Men eventually would have caught wind of that and dealt with it. This theory may still have some holes in it, but since I highly doubt we are ever going to see the return of this subplot, I think it's the best that we are ever going to get. What do you guys think? Let me know, and in the meantime, I'll see you guys in the future. Have a good one.